Does Giannis Antetokounmpo want out of Milwaukee? That's what we're going to be diving into on today's edition of the Bulls Report by Chat Sports, because Giannis made some skeptical comments about his future in Milwaukee, and we're going to be breaking it all down on today's show, brought to you guys by the Bulls Report. But I say we just jump right into what Giannis had to say about his future in Milwaukee. He was on a podcast, and he made some very interesting comments. He said, as long as we play and we approach the game every single day at the right way, and we all sacrifice for a common goal, I can see myself being with the Milwaukee Bucks for the rest of my career. But the moment I feel like people are not as committed as I am to get that golden thing in the back, I am a Milwaukee Buck, but most importantly, I am a winner. I want to win. I have to do whatever it takes for me to win. And if there is a better situation for me to win the Larry O'Brien, I have to take the better situation. That part right there is so interesting to me. And I think this whole situation with Giannis could get very interesting because, listen, the Bucks and Milwaukee, their front office, they took a chance on Giannis. They developed him, and they turned him into the superstar he is today. But let's just say Giannis is looking around and Middleton's getting a little older. And maybe Drew Holiday loses a step, and they're not bringing in another complimentary superstar to play with him. And he sees Jamal Murray, Jokic, and all these other superstars have this kind of 1-2 punch. Maybe Giannis could be looking to get out of Milwaukee. I'll be talking about his fit possibly with the Chicago Bulls and diving it into deeper effect here in just a second. But our bosses gave me a challenge before we hopped in the studio today. Listen, this channel, we need to hit 100 likes on today's video. They said no way Bulls fans can do it. Let's prove them wrong. And hey, if you want Giannis to ever end up in Chicago, give me a thumbs up on today's video. Free, easy way to help us out here on the channel. But now let's talk about it. Can the Bulls actually land Giannis? Because obviously this wouldn't be for a trade. I don't think there actually is a trade package you could put together for a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo where it's like fair value on each side. But could the Bulls land Giannis? Well, probably have to come in the year 2026 because this is Giannis's current deal right now with the Milwaukee Bucks. And I will say this. This might be the most team-friendly deal in the entire NBA. I know it's still, you're seeing these ridiculous numbers here, like 42.4 in this upcoming year, 45 the year after, 48, and then 51 all the way down to 2025 and 2026. But honestly, this might be the most team-friendly deal in the league because you're getting a top 3 player in the league. And also now with the new modern-day contracts that we've seen, I mean, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are both going to be getting around $60 million per year. So I think Giannis's deal, incredibly team-friendly. They got him signed up for the long term, obviously, when they needed to. But, you know, I mean, Giannis, I mean, this deal right here, he's worth every penny. And that's the thing. Like, when he will become an unrestricted free agent in 2026, could you imagine how big that deal is going to be? I mean, that might be upwards of $70 million a year. Like, that's kind of the trajectory we're heading towards in the NBA and kind of the state of the league right now. That would be incredible. To be honest, on the court, he's worth every penny because the stats he puts up looks like pretty much my career 2K numbers. Like, this is, I mean, it's video game stuff from Giannis. 31.1 points per game, 12 rebounds last year, shooting incredible efficiency as well. We obviously know that the bad part of Giannis's game is the free throw line, the three-point shooting, which he has gotten better at throughout his NBA career, but it's still a weakness. But we kick it to the postseason. This is where he really impresses me. I mean, that little 2-year run from 2020 to 2022, he was phenomenal. I mean, averaging over 30 points a game in both of those playoff runs while absolutely dominating the glass as well. And that 2021 to 2022 stat line with the almost 32 points a game, 14 rebounds, and damn near 7 assists a night, putting that entire city of Milwaukee on his back while also shooting 50% from the field. He was incredible during that playoff run following his championship playoff run the year before. But right now, I think Giannis, and you guys could disagree with me, I think he's the second best player in the league. I think Jokic, you obviously got to give it to him, man. I mean, he was the best player in the world this past year, went on an incredible playoff run. He absolutely dominated some of the league's best defenders as well. And then for 3 for me, I still got to give the nod to Steph Curry. He had won the Finals MVP the year before that, and I just still think Steph Curry's, impact on the game of basketball, I think he's absolutely incredible. I think Kevin Durant, I still got him at 4. You could argue a guy like Embiid in this spot, but I got to go KD. The 7-footer that can still move like a guard. He still gets it done at the highest level, and even this past year in this playoff run, he still looked great. A little projecting here, but I still got Luka at 5. I mean, Luka does stuff with the basketball that I just can't even believe it most of the time. He puts up video game numbers. It's just going to come down to him on the defensive side of the floor. And if he can kind of be a more winning basketball player, but his talent definitely gets him in the top 5. That is my top 5, but I want to focus in on the top 2 guys, Giannis and Jokic. And I had this take originally about Giannis and Luka. I thought Giannis and Luka were going to be the next Magic and Bird. I think it's going to be Giannis and Jokic. I think this could be where we look at the 2020s and we're going to say those two met up in the finals that many times. Like, I think they're going to meet in the finals multiple times. I think they're going to go back and forth. And, hey, right now, Giannis has a finals MVP and 2 MVPs. Jokic in the same boat. I think these two are going to be going back and forth for the top player in the world title for many years to come. I'm honestly praying. Obviously, I want the Chicago Bulls to be in the championship. But if I had to pick a finals matchup for this next year, probably go Nuggets-Bucks just to see those two go at it. But I give you guys my top 5 players in the league. Maybe you disagree with me. Who are your top 5 players in the NBA? If you give me the full list, I'll respond to absolutely every single one of you guys down below. So give me your top 5 players in the NBA. I do want to give a huge shout out to our Sportsbook sponsor, though, before we dive into more about Giannis and specifically the Chicago Bulls, BetUS. If you guys head to chatsports.com/bet and use this promo code right here, chat125, you'll get a 125% deposit bonus. You might be saying, Patrick, what does that mean? If you put $100 into your account, they will give you $125 free to play with. You guys can bet on whatever you want. The Bulls' win total this upcoming season is 37.5. I'll definitely be putting some money on the over on that. I think the Bulls are going to shock some people. And if you guys want to agree with it, or you guys want to ride me, or you could fade me, head to chatsports.com/bet. Use this promo code chat125 and get your deposit bonus today. Now about the Bulls and Giannis specifically. Talking about duos here, I think Giannis and LaVine could easily win a ship. And, I think LaVine could be the perfect number 2 option next to kind of that hyper-athletic wing that we have seen win in the NBA so much. Like the Kawhi Leonards, the Giannis's, the LeBrons, like that type of build. I think LaVine is a great complementary piece to that. Just because of LaVine's offensive ability. He is the true definition of a 3-level scorer in the league. I mean, we see the numbers on screen right now. Incredibly efficient from downtown. A great catch-and-shoot guy. LaVine actually shot over 40% from downtown this past season. And I think the combination of Giannis, LaVine, I think it could be incredible. I think those two would complement each other extremely well. Could you imagine a Giannis, LaVine pick and roll where you got to step up on LaVine's kind of pull up 3-point shooting ability, but you also got to respect him getting to the rack. Then you also got to respect Giannis as a lob threat. I think those two could definitely get it done. I mean, we saw Jamal Murray and Jokic get it done. Very similar to how I think LaVine and Giannis could be. Hey, NBA, maybe there is a script out there. You want to make this league entertaining? Have it be Chicago, Denver for the next 5 NBA championships where it's Giannis and LaVine and it's Jamal Murray and Jokic. Kind of cracking up right now talking about it. But NBA, make it happen. Make it happen. But why Chicago on why Giannis could potentially want to go here? I think it's a great basketball city. I think it's the best basketball city in the entire country, dating back to even like elementary school basketball. Middle school basketball in the city is great. High school basketball in the city is great. We've even seen collegiate basketball get better with DePaul and obviously Loyola Chicago making March Madness runs. There's a lot of talent in the city, and this city loves basketball. And then also Patrick Williams and LaVine. Maybe the Bulls do lock up Patrick Williams on a big-time contract extension, and he develops into a tertiary star. Like, maybe Giannis is looking around and saying, I got my number 2 guy in Zach LaVine, and I could have a number 3 guy who's another hyper-athletic 3-and-D player in Patrick Williams. That could be another reason why he wants to come here. And this third reason, the Michael Jordan effect. There has never been a superstar in the NBA that has captivated the NBA world more than Michael Jordan has back in the 90s. And I'm not saying Giannis is on the level of Michael Jordan, but I'm saying in terms of having that superstar in a city, no city would be absolutely hungrier to have that superstar than Chicago. And just kind of leads into my 4th point. This is a hungry fan base. Like, obviously, since the Michael Jordan days, it's been dark here in Chicago in terms of the basketball light. And, ever since D Rose, we have had this kind of basketball purgatory where we weren't good enough to get a top draft pick, but we weren't good enough to, compete for NBA championships. You had a guy like Giannis, you're definitely going to be competing, and this fan base will definitely be showing him a ton of love every single game in Chicago. 5th reason might be my favorite reason. Could you imagine Giannis in a Chicago Bulls jersey? I would absolutely love it. I mean, no doubt I would absolutely love it. But I think he would look great in a Bulls jersey. Giannis rocking that red, white, and black. I think it would be sweet. God, Giannis on the Bulls, man. It's just, I mean, it's a fever dream at this point, but I would absolutely love it, and I know Chicago would love it as well, and I know Giannis, you would love Chicago as well. But do you guys think Giannis will retire with the Bucks? You know, Giannis strikes me as a very loyal guy, but his comments recently kind of changed my tune a little bit. Let me know what you guys think. Will Giannis retire with the Bucks? Give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no. As always, guys, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys are tuning in during the dog days of the NBA offseason, you are a real one. You're a real hoop head. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Lock us in. The season's just around the corner. And, hey, we're going to be going live for some of the preseason games here on the channel. So make sure you guys subscribe. Turn on those notifications where you don't miss a thing. See you guys next time. Go Bulls.